This is the most excited I've ever been to come back to Canada. I can't wait. Can't wait.
I can finally say it. Congratulations on Wonder.
Thank you so much.
I just want to know, like, how much work you've been putting into Shawn and how much that has affected this new music that you're giving us.
I had a real extreme fear of meeting people's expectations with this album and judgment of what people were going to think. And it closed my ability to write for a month. And I was completely locked up by fear of what people were going to think about the album and what they were going to think about me if my music wasn't as big. And I started realizing that I was defined by my success. And if I wasn't successful, then what was I? And that was killing me. And I had to really go down a path of realizing that I'm so much more than my success of my music and how many Instagram followers I have. And it took a lot of time. And I'm not going to say took as if I pulled it off. I'm saying it takes a lot of effort constantly, daily, to continue to remember that regardless of the success of our work, we are worth something. And the ironic thing I think about life is that the more we can free ourselves and believe in ourselves beyond levels of success, the better the art comes. And the more 100%. Exciting the art is, and the more pure and the more honest and authentic it is. And that's what I feel like this album really is to me. And that didn't come from a place of chasing. It came from a place of letting go.
So let's talk about Monster. What was it like working with the Biebs?
He is so gracious. I mean, he's gracious to everyone, but I think he has an extra level of giving towards me because he knows that I started young too, and we've gone through a really similar life path. And he's just so empowering. I don't know how else to explain it, but he was complimenting me all day and being vulnerable with me and being so honest. And I was really empowered by him. And yeah, man, it was a dream. It was kind of surreal at first, but then after a minute, it just became working with a friend.
Okay, so we have to talk about Camila. I champion that relationship. I just always felt like it was a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, I was in your ear a bit, but in the documentary, you mentioned that it's always been about her.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I remember having a moment being like, wait, what? What you mean it's always been about her? So spell it out for me. What has your relationship with her as an individual, had an influence on your music?
I mean, she has always been a friend who was touching another level of like care and love within my life. And I think just took me years to kind of understand and fully believe what it was. And I think it's so funny because I remember like I was like 17 years old and I heard that she might have had feelings for some guy. So they're not a thing. They've never even hung out. It's nothing is really going on. But I go into the studio and I'm writing songs that are like, sound like my heart's been broken in half and ripped apart. So I'm like such a dramatic 17-year-old writing these songs, assuming she would know that they're about her. But I guess in hindsight, I probably should have just told her. But I guess that's the part of growing up that happened.
Are you coming home for the holidays?
In 5 days, and the time won't pass quick enough. In 5 days, I'll be back in Pickering with my puppy and Camila. I might never leave. I might never leave this time. Yeah, she's coming.
Oh my gosh. All right, I will holler.
All right, you got to let me know. We'll be around.
All right, brother.